Hey all, and welcome back to the Marceline Depot. Thought we would introduce you to at least a chunk of our family here. This is Hayden and Caitlin. The talkative one here is Gypsy.
And this little one behind Hayden's head is Zoe.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let Gypsy down now because I think she is done with us. But
And now Zoe wants to go attack Gypsy.
But we wanted to do a special activity, something a little bit different this time. We are actually going to make, I've been baking a lot recently, and decided that we would bake some cat treats for them to spoil them. Oh, and Caitlin wants you to know that we are calling them Fishy Poof Crackers from True and
the Rainbow Kingdom.
And the Rainbow Kingdom.
Caitlin's favorite shows. So we thought, since we've kind of had a little bit of a folklore thing going, we talked to you about the folklore around cats. Now, as far back as ancient Egypt and probably even farther, cats were worshipped. I think they still want us to believe this today.
Yes, both of our cats still demand worship.
Yeah, pretty much all the time.
In Egypt it was
Bast, or Bubastes. Was the cat goddess. She was the goddess of hearth and home and motherhood, but
was also known as like a destroying goddess.
Yes.
Who could sever heads with a wave of her paw. Sometimes it was depicted as like part woman, part lioness. And then later, I guess, they kind of started to depict the nurturing side of her as the cat.
And the fiercer side as the lioness, who wound up with a different name.
Yes.
Her cult, they don't really know how widespread it was, but apparently was pretty entrenched, lasted for a very long time. We have Greek and Roman records of rituals and ceremonies of devotees of Bast. And then you go far north, and you have the Norse goddess Freya, who was also sometimes called the mother of cats, and her chariot was pulled by cats. Looking closer to modern day, we've got a lot of superstition around cats, black cats being considered unlucky. Obviously, this household doesn't buy into that. We own black cats at a disproportionate rate. But that was probably the result of an edict by Pope Gregory the Ninth. In the 1200s, who was decrying what he saw as an uptick in witchcraft, and associated the practice of witchcraft with cats, and even said that cats were somehow likened to the devil, which over time became the bad luck that we see with black cats today.
But our cats have always been, like Gypsy, the one that I was holding, was his, like, guardian cat.
Yes.
You can tell them about that.
She used to sit outside my room and watch, and if anybody came near the door, she would start growling.
Yeah, and she would sleep at the foot of his bed. Zoe sleeps at the foot of our bed, but it's just because she likes to attack our toes.
Yeah.
So, with that little bit...
Go ahead.
The chariot must not have run very well if it was run by cats.
But, so we thought we would show you these snacks that we're going to make. We'll actually put a link down in the description to where we got the recipe. So if you want to make your own Fishy Poof crackers, and then we'll bring the cats back around later to see how they like them. This is actually our first time trying out this recipe, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the recipe starts off with 1 can of tuna undrained. It called for 6 ounces. This is going to be a little bit under that amount, just because that's how much the can is, and this is our last can for now, so we're going to make do. Start the oven preheating at 350 because that's what it's going to bake at. And then the rest of the recipe is just 1 cup of cornmeal, which we've got here in bulk, and 1 cup of flour. Just a second to get that. And then we need 1/3 of a cup of water. Alright, So we've got a third of a cup of water in there, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of cornmeal, and then 1 can of tuna undrained. This is the part that everyone is telling me is really gross, but you have to mix it up with your hands. So it doesn't feel that different from mixing up regular dough, but my hands will smell much worse.
It's been inside a fish.
It was a fish.
Ugh.
You put it in your mouth.
Yes, but it's after it's been cooked. Yes.
So as you mix it up, it starts to get.
I think it's fine. You can just wash your hands.
Yes, I agree. It starts to get the consistency of like a sticky dough, so nothing that unusual.
Sticky, fishy dough.
Just sticky, like a regular sticky dough.
That smells like fish.
See? And it starts to turn into like a dough ball. A fish.
No.
A fish dough ball. Alright, so there is our ball of tuna dough. And it says to roll it out to about 1/4 inch thick. So let's see. You'll tell me when you think it's about that level.
Oh, no.
Keep smushing.
Do either of you want to smush a little?
No.
How about you,
No.
Caitlin? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Alright, it's just a little smelly.
It's not the smell that bothers me.
What is it?
The fact that it's fish.
Oh no, it's totally the smell that bothers me.
Fish that has not been cooked.
No, this is just tuna out of the can. You eat this when you have a tuna fish sandwich.
Oh, I can't imagine the texture.
Well, the texture really just feels like dough at this point.
It's like a tuna pancake.
Hey, there's an idea for a future episode.
No.
Tuna pancakes.
Well, if you do
As a
that,
savory
I'm not
pancake, it might
even
be
going
good.
to try
You're not going to try a tuna pancake?
it. Yeah.
What if I make a kimchi pancake?
No.
You've had the kimchi pancakes before. And I remember, what do you think? Is that about 1/4 inch?
Okay, I'll just miss it one time.
You want to smush it one time? Alright, there you go. Hey, and get your hands in there. Come on. That does not count.
Yes, it does.
Alright, I think that's probably thin enough, don't you?
That is
Okay.
Now, we just need a little something to cut it. So, here we go. We're going to use this little thing.
a circle that can make a fist.
No, it's not going to look like a fish. I wish we could make it look like a little fish.
Yeah.
But
Fine.
we're just going to punch these out, and then once they come out, we are going to not find a knife in there.
Because
So we'll get a knife and cut them up, and we'll show you what they look like then. Alright, so this is actually some of the leftover dough that we have. We ran out of space on our baking sheet, so we're just going to Ziploc that and freeze it, and then we can use it once the cats have eaten all of these.
well,
That
it will
will be.
take a bunch of days.
Yeah, here are the snacks cut down to snack size.
They look like fissies to me.
They look like little fish tails.
The cats will. We will be making more of these because the cats will eat these in no time at all.
Yeah. So now we're going to put it in the oven. Again, it's at 350, and we put it in for 20 minutes or until they turn golden brown. So we'll check on that, but I'm going to put it in for 20 minutes for now. All right, and we will be back to show you the finished product and whether or not the cats like it. We have finished up the snacks. They are here. The cats decided that they were feeling a little camera shy and did not want to eat on camera, so we put some of the snacks in their bowl. We'll have to see if they like them. So they've been sniffing and chomping at them a little bit, so we'll see what happens. Who do you got there?
Animal Crossing character.
An Animal Crossing character?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hayden, what do you think? Are they going to like him?
Zoe probably will because she runs into the kitchen every time we open a can of tuna.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so this was fun. Again, we'll put the link to the recipe in the description. And, you know, thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. We'd love to hear about your pets, actually, if you have any of your favorite animal stories. We always love hearing them. So in the meantime, thanks for joining us, and thanks for visiting the Marceline Depot. Bye.
Bye.